Hi, friends. As you can see, I'm not at the fire pit because it's been raining here all day and it is a soggy, big old puddle back there. So I'm sorry about that. I am equally disappointed that I'm not at the fire pit, but I am here nevertheless. Hope everyone's doing well. TGIF. Thanks for being here, you guys. Appreciate it. I'm sorry about the fire. Like, honestly, really am. Thank you, Joe Schmo. I appreciate that. Every day when I wake up, I go into Canva while I drink my tea and I play, and it's a great way to let my creative juices sort of flow. And every once in a while, I come up with something really good. So I'm glad that you enjoy it. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hi, Sunflower Down Under. You made it. Yay. All the way from Australia. So we appreciate that. Ron Unconditional Love is in the house. Thank you, my friend, for being here. Hi, Angela. Good to see you, my friend. Libra Lady, I saw your message. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So Libra Lady says, hello, Kelly. I ended my evening with you last night and started my morning with you. Here we are again. I had a phone call with the general manager today, Ray's, and staying with the company. I am so happy for you. That's wonderful news. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Bora Bora is in the house. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Hello again to Joe Schmo. Good to see you, my friend. Keep Alliance is in the house. Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Pierrette White's here. Good to see you guys. And again, this is supposed to be Friday at the fire pit, but as I said, it rained all day, and it is just a soggy, yucky mess out there. So, if you could pretend that you could see a fire, if I could have found a fire to play in the background, I would have, but I couldn't. But we will have one next Friday, and we will have, hopefully, weather permitting, of course, to make up for tonight. And then we will have one at the end of the month, and that will be the last Friday at the fire pit until next summer. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little bit of fun because, you know, even though we don't have the crackling fire behind us, we can still sort of do the same thing that we would do at the fire pit. So what we do at the fire pit is we chit chat, we talk. I've got my crazy questions with me, as everybody knows I love to do. We may toss a few cards, so if you have a burning question, do pop it up in the chat, and I'll do my best to get it to you. I do want to say thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you to all my existing subscribers. I'm most grateful and appreciative of all of your support. I did say that when I got to 400 subscribers that I would give away 4 free 30-minute readings. And I said yesterday that I would announce tonight as to how you can enter that. And then when tonight's broadcast is over, I'll put it in the description box, or not in the description box, but I'll pin the comment to this video. So on Sunday, which is September the 18th, I'm going to post up a wellness wellness reading. On that reading on Sunday, I want you to put in there a comment, say whatever you want, and then I want you to put 1111. And I will choose 4 people live when I go live at 3 p.m. that afternoon out of a bucket with everyone's names that have been in there. So you have from like 4 in the morning when I post it till 3 p.m. Eastern time in the afternoon, let's make it 2 in the afternoon. I'll pull the names out and I'll do it live on the air. And then I'll post those names under that video, and then you guys can email me and let me know, and we'll get them scheduled up. How does that sound? Hi, Teresa. Good to see you, my friend. Happy Friday to you. All right. Sherry H is in the house. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I do try. Lots of people rolling in. Appreciate everyone being here. Okay. So, first of all, let's start with this. How was everyone's day? Is everybody doing okay? How is everyone feeling about the energies? Yeah, I know. There's no fire pit. It's been raining here all day. Ellen, so sorry about that. Well, I mean, Ron and Sherry, hear me. I have the video in here that I could play as a little teaser if we want to get people's reactions. But I don't know that we want to do that, do we? Because that seems kind of unfair. But you guys let me know, Ron and Sherry, if you think that we should say anything or if we should not say anything. Pardon us, friends, while we have a private chat. Sorry about that. As I was saying, Ellen, it rained here all day, so it's like it's a big old puddle in the back out there. So unfortunately, we had to ixnay the fire pit situation. Ellen says that she's exhausted. I'm sorry, Ellen. You know what? So I had last week off, and I came in this week, and literally I've been here every single day this week. And I'm a little bit exhausted. Okay, so I hope that the rest of the people are not going to get upset with me, Ron and Sherry. But because the fire pit was canceled, and it's my channel and I can do whatever I want, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm kidding. I want to let you guys know that there's a little bit of something that we've been working on, and I said that I wanted to make this announcement, but I didn't want to, right? Because it wasn't fair to the other people. But since you're here, I hope that the other people aren't going to get mad. So this is an exclusive. Keep it under your hats, okay? Here is a hashtag. Okay. Helps if you can spell. So, hi, Sylvia. Thank you for being here, my friend. So, hashtag raising the vibe tribe. Be on the lookout for that hashtag over the coming weeks, the coming days. I hope that you're going to see a lot of it. Not sure if anyone knows this or not, but you can actually take that hashtag, put it into the search bar of YouTube, and it will bring up all of the channels that use that hashtag. And, well, without going into a lot of detail, do you guys want to see the video? You tell me if you want to see it. I got my hand on the button. I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me to do it. Okay. Hi, G. Covington. Good to see you. Okay. Here we go, friends. You ready? So it's going to mute me and take me off the screen. But you guys are going to see it here. This is an exclusive. No one else is, well, the people involved have seen it, but no one else has seen this yet. So here we go. what did you guys think of that? So, as you can see, a group of people have joined forces. We have On a Banana, we have Ivana Intuitive, we have Cartomancy Mesquite, we have myself. I have to go in order or I'll forget it. We have Jay, Herc213. We've got who comes next? Gosh, I hope I don't forget anybody. Oh, we've got Indigo Jaguar, Intuitive Arts. We've got Ron, Unconditional Love, and we've got Sherry H, Voices from the Swamp. And we are all joining forces in an effort to help to raise the vibration. And so once a month, we're going to test it out and see how it goes. But for the first video, we're going to join forces. We're going to come here to Dozen Cats, which is October the 1st, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And we will all be here. As we go about our business on our regular channels, if we post up a video that we think we want to promote raising the vibe tribe, if it's a, positive kind of reading or whatever the case may be, we will use that hashtag and we'll just sort of take it from there. So I hope that you, sort of hang out with us and follow us. It's a way for all of us to work together and share. Each of us has different things that we like to do and different ways of doing things. And so it's a way for us to come together and to support each other, meaning the readers, as well as the collective. And so I'm really excited about it. I hope everyone else is excited about it. And so I can't wait for a couple of Saturdays from now when we do that. So at midnight tonight, that video is going to drop on all of the channels of the people that are in the video. So I do encourage you all to share the love with all of the content creators in that video. We're all working really, really hard. We love what we're doing, and collectively we want to help everyone sort of be more positive and to lift the vibration. So yay! Hey, Cartomancy Mesquite. So here we go. Let's go back up here and see what else has been said that I might have missed. Oh, Joe, you're so sweet. Thank you, Sylvia, and thank you, Pierrette. Appreciate it. Thank you, Kiba. I'm glad everybody likes it. I think it's going to be something fun, and I'm appreciating it. Okay, I have a question for you guys. So these are the crazy questions that I ask at the fire pit. And as I said before, if you're just joining the fire pit situation, it was rained out. It rained here all day. So it's a big old puddle back there. So here's what I want to know. My first question is, I'm trying to think of a good one here. What is your favorite line from a movie? What's your favorite line from a movie? Type it in the chat. Favorite line from a movie. Thank you, Teresa. Wishing all the Virgos a happy birthday. Favorite line from a movie, everybody. Favorite line from a movie. My favorite line, I have two. You Can't Handle the Truth, which is from A Few Good Men. And my second favorite one is I Feel the Need for Speed from Top Gun. Excellent, Joe. That's good to know. All right, Libra lady. You're going to need a bigger boat. I love it. There you go. A Sunflower says, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I love it. You know, I can't help it, Sunflower, but every time I hear that, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, I always think of the skit that Carol Burnett did on her show, which was sort of a spinoff of Gone with the Wind. I can't remember what she called it, but she came down the stairs with the curtain rods, sort of across her back, sort of as a dress, I guess. It was hysterical anyway. Yep, I'm not saying that, but gotcha. Hey, what's up, Doc? I love it. I love it. I love it. I just saw it in the window and I couldn't resist. Is that an actual line from a movie? I love that. You know what other one is really good, but I have to be honest, I don't remember the full line. Did you guys ever see the movie Something to Talk About with Julia Roberts? It's when she lives with her mom and her husband, and she has an issue with her husband. They sort of separate, and she's sitting in like a PTA meeting or something like that, and she stands up and she says, "I have a question. I just want to know who else here." My husband. And honestly, it's like, oh my God, it's the best because it was so unexpected. Oh, okay. Okay. I love it. Right turn, Clyde. Play it again, Sam. You guys are good. Okay. So I love this question. It's my favorite. So, frankly, I don't give a damn. Yeah. Oh, and you had me at hello. I mean, that's one of the best lines, right? You had me at hello from Jerry Maguire. Do you sense a theme with me? It's like all Tom Cruise's. Just in cases, yep. So for this next question, you have to think of your the first street that you lived on. Maybe the street that you were born on, or like your family home, you know, while you were growing up. Not the city or anything, just the actual name of the street. And your first pet's name. And you take your first pet's name and the street name and you put them together. And that is your exotic dancer name. So mine is Trixie Queensway. That is my exotic dancer name. Oh, I like that. Look at that. Now Voyager High, we have the stars. I love it. So, okay, so Summit and Chip. Oh my gosh, I laugh so much. Monroe Street Tuffy. Oh my God, Libra Lady Bozo Hostage. It's the best. Cardamancy says Victoria Avenue, Sam. Route 1 spot. Honestly, that's just too funny. Too funny. You know, do you guys remember when the movie the Grinch That Stole Christmas came out? And once we all got to know Whoville and all of that, all of those memes came out, and we had to go and check out our names and figure out what our Whoville names were. Pete Gould Beach. I love it. Napier Lulu. That's a good one. I'm kind of digging Route 1 spot. I love it. Hey, I got a new deck of cards today, friends. See, Soul Journeys Oracle cards. And They are really pretty. They have these lovely, all these different backings on them, which is interesting, right? Hi, Jen. Sorry, love, we're not at the fire pit because it rained here all day, and so we had to forego the rain, or we had to forego the fire pit because of the rain. But yeah, so I got this deck. It's lovely, brand spanking new. It's all about the sea and oceans and the creatures of the ocean and the fish and all of that kind of stuff. Look at this. Look at this is the back of one of the cards. Isn't that pretty? So I thought I would throw a card or two out of this deck. I just got it. Let's see what we can get. So, Jen, we're just messing around. We are asking crazy questions and tossing some cards. I got my funny cards here. If anyone wants one of those, I can definitely pull that out and do that too. I don't know why, but it's like all of a sudden I need to know what I'm doing. When I'm outside, it just sort of flows, but that's because the fire is going on behind me. So I like this deck. It, like I said, I just got it today. The cardstock's not the best, but I think that it makes up for it in its pictures and content. So the first card that we've got out here, look at that. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. So we've got Courageous. May each breaking wave build your courage. Isn't that pretty? And the next card that we have is Held. May you feel the ocean's caress. That's a good one, Joe. Hi, JR. Happy Friday, my friend. So, there you go. That's a really good question, G. Covington. So, every reader that you would ask that question to may answer it differently. In my experience, oracle cards most cases have a theme, right? And you know, some are for healing, some are for chakras, some are for spirits, some are for the elementals, some are for moons. And so, oh my goodness, Sherry. And so, depending on the deck that you're using and the question that you've been asked, I feel that oracles offer like guidance and advice, if that makes sense. But because there's so much variety, because there's so many different decks, I feel that you almost have a better opportunity to provide the guidance that is needed. When it comes to tarot decks can be very specific as long as the question is asked in the right way. It really is up to the question to get the information out of the cards. And tarot cards are very good at answering specific questions, right? As long as you understand how to read the cards. But every reader is different. Some people don't know tarot cards, meaning the meanings of each of the cards. They go by their intuition, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, for example, hi, Beverly. When I first started reading cards, I never understood what I would be in a chat when people would say, oh, I feel like I'm supposed to pull from this deck. I never understood how they knew that. it's not something that I can really explain in words in a way that I think that you would understand. You ask me a question and I look at my cards and I just go with what I think I'm supposed to go with. And there are times when I have, taken my hand and went to grab another deck and went, nope, that's not the right one. And I'll move my hand over. And that's only because I feel that spirit is guiding me towards something different. Right? But like I said, every reader is different, and you might get 100 different answers for that question. But in my particular case, it depends on the question that you ask me. And if you put me on the spot to say, Kelly, which do you read better? I would tell you that I feel more connected to oracle cards than I do tarot cards. I feel that I could get any answer out of an oracle card if I had the right cards in front of me. Like when I first started with my channel, I would get out my oracle cards and we would chat, right? It was called Oracles and Chat. And I would just sit here and I would shuffle the cards and I would read the conversation in the chat out loud like I was talking to my friend on the phone. And a card would fall out and I would read it, and 99.9% of the time it was a point being made about the conversation that we were just having in the chat. And so how I do that, I don't know, but I'm able to take what you're saying and I'm listening to you, and spirit will guide me and will, pop a card out or tell me when to stop. Right. So I definitely feel more connected to my oracle cards. That being said, certain questions you can't answer with an oracle card. Oh, look at how kind you guys are. Thank you. All right. Miss Sherry H., what is going on, girlfriend? Hi, Tammy Jackson. Sorry, we're not at the fire pit. We got rained out. I'm like a baseball game went bad. Ask spirit why my bottom lip will not stop bleeding. That's a pendulum question. Did you bite it? Those are tough injuries to heal, or wounds to heal, because you can't like bandage that up. So, for those of you that don't know, this is the pendulum chart that I use, which is from Nancy Jean. Nancy Jean's garden, that is. I do not hold my pendulum up in the air because I don't trust it. It's just me. My pendulum goes down on the ground, and I hold the center of my pendulum, here it is, to the center of the sheet, right? And I ask the 3 questions that are written on the sheet. The first question is, do I have permission to dowse? The second question is, am I aligned to my higher self? The third question is, am I fully protected? Once I get an answer from that, then I can ask the question. Okay, so without getting into too much detail, the first thing that you should do, Sherry, is, go to the doctor or seek some kind of medical attention for that, because, I don't want to scare you or freak you out, but I'm pretty sure that we all know that that's not normal. The second thing that I would say to you is, is it split, or is it just, you know what I mean? Like bleeding how? Like, is it dry? Is it cracked at the side? Because if you've ever gone for dental work and, they've yanked your mouth wide open and you've got a lot of dental work done, they can literally split the sides of your lip. If it's that kind of situation, that can be something that might be rectified with extra vitamins. Yeah, so you want to be careful, but let's see. I'll ask Pendulum. And so the object of this game, when you're using this particular sheet, just as an FYI, you hold your elbow or you brace your elbow on the table, which keeps your arm really steady. And so there's no confusion as to, what your answer is. The only problem is you all can't see it. And so you just have to trust me. All right, so here we go. So, Spirit, do I have permission to douse? Yes. Am I aligned to my higher self, Spirit? Yes. Am I fully protected, Spirit? Yes. Okay, not dry or cracked is coming out like from a pinprick. Can't see a hole or a split. Well, it has to be split or something, or the blood wouldn't be able to come out. I mean, that just doesn't make logical sense. All right, so let's ask is Sherry H's bleeding lip a serious issue that she needs to seek medical attention for? Is Sherry H's, it's saying yes. So you said that you went to the doctor already? And what did the doctor say? Just ice it? And if it doesn't stop to come back, is that what they told you? I would almost suggest to you that you should try to put some, like not chapstick because it's waxy, but maybe like a Vaseline, the petroleum jelly, something that doesn't have a fragrance in it to be able to moisten your lips in case there is any dryness or whatever the case may be. Also, if it's bleeding and you've been wiping it, you could sort of dry a patch out. So I would moisturize it, and I would put some ice or even like a cold bottle of water, obviously wrapped in a towel or something, and sort of sit it on your lip and allow yourself to sort of numb that a little bit. But don't do that for more than 10 minutes at a time. Yeah. I'll give it a shot, JR. Yeah, if you've been eating like salty stuff or something like that, well, see, that's the thing, Sherry. It's not going to stop. I mean, it's like if you get a cold sore or something of that nature, or a cut in a place that you cannot put a Band-Aid on, right? Every time you move the wrong way, you potentially open it back up again. And so you have to keep it moisturized, and you have to allow the air to get at it and try to be conscious of not, moving your lips or eating foods that are acidic or salty, so that it can heal itself. There you go. Libra Lady's got a great suggestion there about an oil that will help. I'll stick that up there. I mean, like you could use lipstick, you could use lip gloss, but oftentimes they have sort of like a fragrance or whatever, and you don't really want to like put anything on top of it. So if you just take a little, just a dot on your fingertip of the Vaseline petroleum jelly and just sort of like dot it around there. It'll just help to keep it moist. That's all. You want to be careful not to keep like licking your lips or whatever, right? And in a couple of days, it'll start to heal up. All right, so Kiba wants a message from her guides. And sorry, we can't be more help, but I mean, I would say that if it doesn't stop, that you need to take yourself back to the doctor and say, you know, what is it? All right, Miss Kiba wants a message from her guides. You could also try what G. Covington suggested, the liquid bandage, right? It's for those kinds of areas that wearing a traditional type of Band-Aid doesn't really work. And that may help a bit. I mean, or, you know, you could go old school. You could take a piece of toilet paper like like my father used to if he cut himself shaving and just stick it there. Absolutely, Eleanor. Absolutely, Miss Tammy. I got you. All right, for Miss Kiba, what does Miss Kiba need to know from her guides? What is a message for Kiba from her guides, please? Message for Kiba from her guides. Message for Kiba. Wow. All right, there we go. Okay, Kiba. I pulled way more cards than I wanted to, but that's because I want to make sure that I give you a full story instead of just a part story here. So we start out with the 8 of Cups. Oftentimes this is like a ritual release, right? So this is processing of emotions and old pains, old hurts, and literally walking away from that which no longer serves you, right? Walking away from something that is not good for you, releasing those burdens and turning yourself towards a new opportunity, right? Allowing yourself to release that burden. We have the 5 of Swords, which is sort of like the residual effects of when you hold on to something for a long period of time. When you hold on to burdens and past pains and past traumas, sometimes the negative effect that has on us in terms of our mindset, right? Like a certain, how do I explain this? So someone has hurt you, you have forgiven it, but the effects of that hurt are still lingering in your mind, right? You'll still hear that negative voice saying, hey, now hold on a minute, if that makes sense, right? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you are making changes, you're making progress, you're making steps forward. Okay. Now we've got the 10 of Swords. This is literally, I'm done and I'm walking away. This is the completion of a cycle. So you've done an awful lot of work in terms of processing that hurt, that pain, that trauma, that whatever it was, right? You've done an awful lot of work and you're walking away from it, walking towards a new opportunity, which is beautiful. We have the Chariot card. This is your willpower. This is your recognition. This is your victory. This is your success. it's blending energy. So you're taking all of the lessons of the pain and the hurt. You're taking this new sort of forward motion that you've been taking, and you're blending that together to find the motivation to move yourself forward in a more positive light, understanding what you've just learned from the past, right? And the outcome is the Queen of Wands. So sitting in all of your glory, right? The Queen of Wands is just this happy, bright, sort of energetic, motivated person. She's got the fire in her belly. She knows exactly who she is. She knows exactly what she wants. She knows exactly how to get it, and nothing's going to stop her. That's your outcome card. Your overall energy is the Queen of Swords, someone who sits high atop a perch and just sort of surveys out, right? Watching everything, taking everything in, analyzing, being analytical, being strategic. You are making a plan. That's where you are right now. So in order so that you can make sense for the cards, right? You are between these two cards. So you are about almost ready to walk away completely, or almost ready to, like, that's it. I'm done. I am done. Moving towards the Chariot and the Queen. That's where you are right now. You're on your way to move to that Chariot and that Queen. You're ready to walk away from it and leave it behind you and live in the present moment, which is beautiful. I'm happy to see that. I hope that resonates. All right. I can try G. Covington. I'm definitely not afraid of a challenge. Okay. I hope that helps, Kiva. JR says, question. You're welcome, my dear. I can't get a straight answer to how my friend died. What are the events that led up to his passing? I'm going to try something different here with a different deck of cards. This is my Kipper deck. Is it a male, JR, that passed? I think that's what you said. You said him, my friend him. Just let me know in the chat, JR, if you don't mind, if it's a him, for sure. And I'll use my Kippers. I feel better about those in this scenario. For anyone that doesn't know what the Kippers are, this is the Kipper deck. It's a German fortune telling system that has been reimagined into like a Victorian setting in this particular card. Of course, Sylvia, absolutely. Or in this particular deck. Oh, yes, a male. Okay. Okay, so this deck has people cards, and I put the main person in the middle. So this is the main male, so this is your friend, okay? And then what I do is I will shuffle the deck. There's only 39 cards in this deck. It's a small deck. And I will ask Spirit to, tell us whatever we can know about your question. And then I do a 9-box spread, or an 8-box spread around the male. All right, Spirit. What are the events that led up to the passing of JR's friend? If you can share that with us, please. What are the events that led up to JR's friend's passing? What can we know about the events that led up to JR's friend's passing, please, Spirit? Okay, so while I'm shuffling, this card flipped over in the middle of the deck. So this is a mature man. So you'll have to help me out. I'll throw the cards and then I'll piece it together, okay? Was your friend married? Or did he have a girlfriend? Or someone that would be like a significant other, a partner? Hey, Heather. You let me know, JR. So, as I said, the first card that I got out is the mature man. Okay? So, when you read Kippers in the night, I'm going to show you the cards. I'm going to tell you what I think the story is. Okay? We've got great fortune. Now, great fortune doesn't necessarily mean money, but it means, accomplished, right? Settled in their life. We have courtship. So this implies to me that there was some sort of a relationship. There was some sort of a partnership that he had with a female. I believe it's a female. Moving on to the next row, I have the coffin, which is right above him. As I showed you, I have him. Right below him, I have the main female, which would again imply some sort of a partner. Now, that doesn't have to be someone that he's married to. It could just be the main female in his life. Maybe that's, a best friend, a cousin. It's someone that's his contemporary, though, if you know what I mean. It's not someone who is above him, like a mom or an aunt. It's not someone that's older. It's someone that is, it's someone that's his contemporary. Going on to the next row, we have gift. This is something that someone has given to him, or something of his that's been given to someone else that means a great deal to him. It's something that is a sentimental value, right? Next to him, we have the high honor. That is an achievement. So, like, someone graduated, someone has a medal from fighting in the war, someone has received an award, some sort of recognition or achievement, right? The last card that we have is Judication. And on the bottom of the deck, we have toil and labor. So toil and labor is a hard job. It's a hard graft. It's working long hours, long days, and not really being compensated in the way that we would want to be, right? It's different than, there's a card in here for occupation. It's different than that. This is like a hard graft, right? So what I get from this is this. Now try to understand the way that I'm saying this. So we have the coffin and the main male going like that. Right below that, we have the main female. Okay? Next to the main female, we have, oops. So in the spread, it goes like this. So we've got the main male, the main female, and courtship. So that tells me that there is a relationship. This was in the past, but there is a relationship. There is some sort of partnership between those people, right? Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic, but there was some form of partnership between those two people, and they were very close. Now, remember where that lady was in terms of she was under the male, right? Now, going from left to right, we have the partnership and the contract, or the collaboration, whatever it was. We have her. And next to that, we have judication, implying some sort of legal document, some sort of contract, some sort of paperwork that was involved, some type of mediation, right? So it could be like a legal separation. It could be having legal papers drawn up to be a business partnership, right? It can be any of those things. This female, whoever she is directly involved with him. the mature man at the top, if you go diagonally, mature man, the main male, and judication. So that tells me that he had something to do with that judication. So rather with that, it was his father, it was a lawyer, it was someone who was above him, like a fatherly figure, someone who was above him that was involved in this judication, whatever that was, right? If I go in the opposite direction, when this is interesting to me, on the diagonal, we have the gift. So the sentimental gift, right? We have him, and then we have that partnership. So he got something from that, or he gave someone something from that partnership. Other than that, I don't see anything untoward. Nothing looks disastrous. Nothing looks nasty to me. And if that adjudication hasn't happened yet, it will be happening. I don't know. Maybe the issue has not been settled in court. Maybe his estate has not been issued or settled yet. Sometimes estates can take a long time, and you may find out who that female is in the future. I don't see anything other than the coffin, which would imply an ending of some sort. It doesn't tell me or show me any kind of untoward. There's no, like, I mean, there's lots of cards in here that are like, there's despair, there's the jail cell, there's poverty, there's thievery, there's imprisonment. I didn't get any of those cards. None of those cards. So it doesn't look like there was anything untoward that occurred, according to my cards. I just see like natural causes kind of thing, which obviously it doesn't look like that's what it was, but there is something about this partnership and this contract. And I would be interested to know if he owned his own business or if he was in business with someone else, because that may be where you will find your answers. Hi, Emerald Buddha. Hi, Marcia Green. Hi, Shelby Lisa. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Hope I haven't missed anybody. Hi, Catherine. Good to see you, my friend. That's what I got, JR. So I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but that's what I'm getting. You're welcome, JR. All right. Ellen R. says, could I have a message from my guides, please? Yes. Well, thank you very much, Catherine. I'm happy that you're here. Tonight was supposed to be Friday at the fire pit, and of course it rained here all day, so unfortunately we had to skip the fire pit because it's a giant puddle out in my backyard right now, and the fireplace is wet and the wood is wet, and I would have been wet and the furniture is all wet. You know how it goes. Shelby Lisa says Falcon rocket is going up in 22 minutes. If weather clears, I can see it from my house, so I may have to excuse myself to watch it. Absolutely. You could tell us what happens. Bear with me here 1 second. You put some peroxide on it. T. Troy. Oh, okay. Hi, Ron. I'm always working, lurking, doing Mother's Shame. Happy to say, okay. I don't know if it worked. Okay. Everybody's interesting. Hi. Okay. All right. Just catching up, making sure I haven't missed anything. All right. Back to where we were. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, it just seemed like the only thing that I was getting in those cards, and if you paid attention, when you ask those kinds of questions, you can't say like, tell me everything you know, because it's sometimes, even though we feel like we have to know for us to move forward, we don't need to know. And I asked, what could we know? So in other words, what can Spirit tell us? And all I got was, I got the coffin, so that was the ending. And then I got that there's something about that partnership. I don't know. But that's a good point, Joe. Okay, so Ellen R. says, Biden did something great by avoiding a real strike rise in the news full of this. It's a good question, Catherine. I'll ask that in a sec. So because we're not at the fire pit, I'm trying to do sort of like the fire pit thing. And I would be really curious to know if you guys want to participate with these crazy questions of mine. Favorite fashion trend that you wish would come back? Pop it in the chat. Let's see. And we will get Ellen her message from her guides. Excuse me. Message for Ellen from her guides. What does Ellen need to know, please? No, because I specifically said, JR, like, what can we know about the passing of JR's friend? It might help to have the name, like the first name, but I tell you what, JR, if you can come back on Sunday at 3:00 when Sun Psychic Jean, the medium, is here, that would be a good question to ask her. Or Sunday at Allie's show, Jean is there, right? If that helps, and we can try again, see if Jean picks anything up. Sometimes they just don't want us to know, to be perfectly honest. Speedos. Oh, I hate the, you know what? It's so funny. I can't stand the high-waisted jeans, but then the low-waisted ones, or the low-rise ones, they were getting pretty low there for a bit. All right, Ellen R. What does Ellen R. need to know? What does Ellen R. need to know? What's the message from her guides for Ellen R., please? I wish vintage clothes would come back. And when I say vintage, I mean, you know, sort of like what you're saying, Ellen, like the fabrics and the designs of like the, you know, the 50s and 40s and 30s kind of clothes. I love that stuff. Like not quite flapper, but it's almost flapper. Ellen, have you recently gone through something, darling? I have the Four of Pentacles here. This is holding on to your purse tightly, right? Holding on to your securities, being careful about your spending, watching over them, you know, watching the stock market, paying very close attention to your finances. So that's the energy coming in from the past. So I'm not sure if, you know, you've been saving for something important, maybe trying to buy a house or buy a car, or maybe you're saving for retirement, but you've been holding on to that very closely and keeping a good eye on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a negative. That's positive, right? We have the Death and Rebirth card next. And again, this is energy coming from the past, right? And so I feel like there was some sort of a loss or some sort of a transformative moment to do with that Four of Pentacles, to do with that money, right? There's something about like the start of something new, the start of the finishing of something. So, I mean, let's just say, and I'm not trying to put this out in the universe, but let's say that you were saving to buy something and you had to dip into the money, and now you got to put it back. That may be a reason why the Rebirth card comes out, right? We have the Eight of Swords. So traditionally the Eight of Swords, you know, in this deck anyways, it's like you don't see that yourself the way that the world sees you. the Eight of Swords overall, this is about doubt and worry and confusion and stress. And so whatever the cause of that holding on to the purse strings so tightly is you're still kind of feeling that, right? You're kind of, I feel like you're not really like buying into the idea of whatever it is that you're holding on to the purse so tightly for. But we have you walking away from something, right? Now, this walking away is really interesting because this walking away is not like, that's it, I'm done, I'm out of here. It's not that kind of a walking away. It's like, I've done everything I can here. It's time for me to move on. If that makes sense. Okay. And this is a lovely end of a cycle, right? It's a lovely end of a cycle. So it's interesting to me that you've had two ends of cycles, right? Two potential new cycles starting within 4 cards. That's really interesting to me. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is working well with others. This is recognition. It's community. So I'm not sure if you have partnership or you're entering into a partnership, or maybe you're going to volunteer in the community. But that's your outcome card, is that Three of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, new inspiration, new ideas, new beginnings. So something is coming to you right now, right in this moment. Something is coming to you. A new idea is forming, and you are like, oh, I like the sound of that. And you're trying to contemplate it and sort of like, ooh, what do I do? Does this sounds good? Whatever. Behind that, we've got the Fool card. Again, new beginnings. It's 3 new beginnings. Well, you can't begin something if you don't end something. So that's 3 times in the course of 6 cards. That's an awful lot of new beginnings. And just so you know, behind that, we have the Empress, which is, pregnant with possibilities. So lots of going after things, taking action, being motivated, being inspired, and all new things possible. Behind that, we have the Sun card, which is the Yes card of the Tarot, right? It's joy, it's wholeness, it's happiness. So, to answer your question, whatever this purse string holding on is about, you are going to get through it in a very positive way, but you're going to have to take the journey. And I think that because I don't know the context of this, I think if you deny yourself, so say you wanted something, right? It doesn't matter. Like, even if you were on a diet and there was a piece of chocolate cake sitting on the counter, there's one giant piece, and you're like, no, I can't have it. No, I can't have it. No, I can't have it. Walk over there, take a sliver of it, because the craving may subside. And why do that to yourself? You deserve it, right? I think that's kind of what these cards are trying to say to you, is that it's okay for you to spend a little bit, as long as you saved a little bit also. That's a way to make yourself feel good and feel good about what you're doing, if that makes sense. So that's what I got for you, Ellen. Hope that helps. Wingtip dress shoes. Yes. Oh my gosh, Shelby Lisa, preach it, sister. Because honestly, I can't stand all these jeans that they say are relaxed. And you put them on and they look great. You sit down, you stand up, and you look like you're wearing maternity pants. Yeah, because like it all like sort of then molds to the mold of your body, and then it no longer looks the way that you wanted it to look, if you get what I'm saying. Yes, eat the whole piece of cake. Absolutely, Gypsy JJ. So I hope that helped Ellen R. I just want to say I'm going way back up in the chat here because I missed like a whole bunch of comments. Okay, so Ellen, back up to Ellen's vibrant print fabrics comment, which I love. Sylvia says the 60s maxi and tube top. I could never sport one of those, but I hear you. Sherry says I missed the bell-bottom jeans from the late 60s, early 70s. I never liked bell-bottom jeans. Never, because I've got short legs. Never liked that. JR says that the man on the card looks similar to my friend. Interesting. Heather says, Sherry, I pulled some cards about your Facebook post. May I send them to you via email? Gypsy JJ says, bell bottoms. Heather says, I'm such an 80s girl. Morris says, we're asking Shelby Lisa where she lives. JR Bell Bottoms came back for a minute a few years ago. They did too. Joe says, yeah, the high-waisted jeans with the bell bottoms were something else. Just had to be in your 20s with a flat belly. Just like cut-off shirts. Wasn't a fan of those either. Hi, Hypnocity. Good to see you, my friend. She says, Jessica McClintock clothing was cool. So Ellen said, I'm saving because I'm getting close to retirement. Okay, but I can't say that I've been succeeding at saving. Okay. All right. So that makes sense to me, Ellen, versus based on the cards that I was pulling. And I just want to say to you to be kind to yourself in that process, because with anything, if we feel like we're being deprived of something, that sort of kicks up all sorts of other reactions, if that makes sense. So just try to be kind to yourself in that process. But congratulations for reaching that point, and what an accomplishment to be getting ready to that new adventure. That's wonderful. Jen says, I love those cute 50s dresses. I love that. Shelby says, I am too old to show the crack of my ass. And a pair of jeans, and I certainly don't want them to go to my belly button. We need a compromise. Yeah, absolutely. Ron says, Gypsy JJ actually had those to wear in those days, bell bottoms. Sherry says, I'm partial to wide leg jeans. As a plus size lady, I don't like tight clothes. I want to be able to breathe. 100%, my friend. 100%. Shelby says, all jeans are made of lycra and stretch after wearing them and make them look dumpy. Let's get back to mostly cotton jeans. Yep. Sylvia says, bell-bottom jeans that you embroidered or put patches on. Yes, Sylvia. Remember, friends, when you used to get the bedazzler? You remember that? You would bedazzle your own jeans. Love them. Love them. Slouch socks and leg warmers. All about it. Did you guys do the whole, like, matching your slouch socks to your shoes, or matching your slouch socks to your scrunchie or to your top? That was a big thing at my high school. Wingtip dress shoes, I already said that. Remember the breakdancing movies? Absolutely. What an interesting reading. It sounds like I will have to think about it. Sherry H. I bought a pair of jeans last year that I love and never wear. They fit perfectly except at the waist. They did an extra line of stitching that took the waist in almost an inch. Hello, Julie. Welcome, my friend. Sorry it took me so long to acknowledge you. I was doing a reading and I'm way back up in the comments. Sylvia says, I have an awesome pair of bell-bottom jeans I can only wear when I roller skate because I am so short that they only fit in length when I put my skates on. But I bet you look darn good in them. Darn good. Yeah. No, absolutely, Jen. Totally. And it's just the grossest feeling ever. Shelby says, I always put safety pins. I always buy safety pins at the dollar store because none of my jeans fit properly. I must have that kind of body that they do not design jeans for. They're all too big or too small. Hey, Jay, how are you? So, friends, I have some people in the chat here, which is good. Jay, Sherry, Ron, and Heather, and Cartomancy. Most of you are in here. And I have to say, in full disclosure, that I kind of did an exclusive little announcement, if you get my drift, friends. And because there's 27 people in the chat right now, and because it is 9:11, and according to my little clock here, I've been on for 1 hour and 11 minutes. And because I'm all about the 111, I figure we'll play the intro one more time. So for those of you that weren't here earlier, this is a sneak peek and exclusive for something that myself and bunch of wonderful readers are getting together to do. So I'm going to play this for you. It's going to mute me. You won't be able to see me, but I will be back when it's over, okay? Here we go, friends. What'd you think of that, friends? So myself and the other people that you saw there with me in the video have sort of combined our talents, our resources, and our supporting each other, coming together to collectively help each other, each of us, as well as all of you, to raise the vibration. And you may start to see hashtag raising the vibe tribe. Maybe one of you guys can throw that in the chat for me. And we will be all together on the screen here at Dozen Cats, October the 1st at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, to introduce ourselves, and that'll be our first episode, and then we'll sort of take it from there. So I hope that you support all of us as we support each other and support everybody else. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really excited. So yay! Libra Lady says, I have a closet full of Gloria Vanderbilt jeans in every color that are petite length. Yes, 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 yes. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I love it. Oh, thanks, Jen. Thanks, Julie. Shelby says, I have short legs too. I married a very tall man with long legs, and both my kids came out like him. I always had to trim my jeans because I was short, and my kids always wore high waters. It's so funny that you say that, because I was literally too tall for petite, but too short for regular. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate it. All right. Yes, Tammy, absolutely. So we're moving on now because we have like 4 more questions, and I don't want anyone to think that I've forgotten about them. So we will put Tammy Jackson up there on the screen. We will get her question answered. I have to confess, I lit a cigarette while the video was playing. So I'm going to just, my bad habit, sorry. Do you know what I recently found out? May I share? Because we're all about raising the vibe, and I think that this goes for raising the vibe. So the other day, my niece called, and I did a reading for her, and I suggested that she get herself some smoky quartz because it's gentle, it's light, and it helps to reduce anxiety, and it's really good for grounding as well, right? Curing like bad dreams and those types of things. And so today she shared with me a picture that her roommate at university overheard her saying that she needed to go and get herself a smoky quartz and bought her the most beautiful stone. And so she was sharing the picture with me, and I was like, that's lovely. And I looked it up to share with her some of the things that it could do other than the things that I mentioned. And you know, one of the things that it said? That people use it to stop smoking. To cure the addiction to nicotine. Well, friends, I tell you what, tomorrow I'm going to the rock shop and I'm going to get myself the biggest smoky quartz I can get my hands on. I mean, right? I am excited. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need. Just a little extra assistance. Love it. So I'm very excited. So here is our next questions, friends. Since we're on the fashion trend. Oh, thanks, Gypsy JJ. Appreciate you. What is the oldest thing that you have in your closet? So tell us, like, is it an old baseball shirt, an old house coat? What's the oldest thing that you have in your closet that you're still holding on to? Whether you're holding on to it for sentimental reasons or whether you're holding on to it because you've got that, like, okay, maybe one day I'll fit back into it. I'm just curious to know. Sorry, Sherry. All right, friends, here we go. Tammy Jackson, can I get a message from my guide? Absolutely. Miss Tammy, sorry to make you wait so long. Appreciate everyone's patience, but we're having fun here. My late husband's favorite shirt. Every now and again, I put it on. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, Julie says she just found an old nursing bra on the bottom of a box. I love it. I love it. Miss Tammy Jackson, Miss Tammy Jackson, Miss Tammy Jackson. What does Tammy need to know? Please spare it. Message from Tammy's guides. Message from Tammy's guides. And I apologize, Tammy. I haven't answered your email yet. It's been kind of a crazy day here, but I will have time tomorrow to do that. A size 4 child t-shirt that says "Just a Swingin'." Remember that song? I actually don't. That's cute though. Hypno City says my mom's bowling t-shirt from the Hawaiian Village League. Nice. Oh my God, Julie, your son is 35. That's funny. Wow, Tammy, your cards literally came out like all together, like just a 1930s dressing robe. Nice leather jacket that I bought in Sweden. Nice, Gypsy JJ. Rubber boots that are 43 years old and you still wear. I love it. All right, Shelby. We'll still be here. Okay, so Tammy, we start out with the strength card. Right? Your inner courage, your bravery, your tenacity, as it were, your spunk, as my mama would say. The 4 of Swords, taking an intentional break for some self-care, right? This is the moment where you say, you know what, I really need whatever the self-care routine is, a little bit of you time, right? To sort of boost you up. You have the Knight of Wands. This is letting your hair down and having a little bit of fun. It's expressing yourself creatively, going to the beat of your own drum. It's just being a little more carefree, a little more, like a little more spontaneous. We have the Moon card as your challenge. Based on the other cards that are around it, I don't know that this is something that's being revealed to you that you don't know. I think that this is more about illuminating a path ahead. It is lighting up the path ahead so that you know exactly which way to go, if that makes sense, right? I don't think that this is, delusion or anything like that. I think that this is lighting the path ahead. Based on the cards that are around it. We have the Lover's card, right? This is your soulmate. This is that wonderful sort of blending of energies that speaks to harmony, unity, right? People coming together, that connection. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Hermit card. So that time where we do some self-reflection, maybe we have a therapist, maybe we have a spiritual mentor, maybe we have a teacher that's helping us in that way. Maybe this is something to do with, again, speaking of the path being illuminated, right? It's that time where you get really quiet, go within, tap into your inner wisdom, and use your lantern to sort of light the path ahead, right? That lantern is, it's a saint, and I can't remember the name of the saint, but it's got 6 points, and those 6 points speak to the wisdom, and that's what lights the path ahead. So you navigate the path ahead with the light, and that is your inner wisdom. And so there's something about your intuition, your inner wisdom, your bravery, and your courage that allows you to move forward, and to start to discover that it's okay for you to be seen. That's what I think that this is. This is about you understanding that other people care about you, love you, feel connected to you, and it's okay for you to do what you want to do, for you to be seen, right? I feel like, I don't know you, but I feel like I know enough about you to know that's probably an accurate statement. I'm going to pull another card for you here. Hold on one sec. In terms of that, you put yourself last, and I want you to put yourself closer to the top of that list, because whether it's 5 minutes a week or 5 minutes a day, you have time for you always. Must always find time for yourself. Yes, JR, I am going to be on with Ron tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so you've got, look at that. You've got decide. May you navigate with purpose. So 2 cards about using your inner wisdom and lighting up your path, right? Decide, may you navigate with purpose. So in other words, if you're going to move with intention rather than just moving, right? It must be your internet, honey, because I feel like I'm okay. As far as I know, I'm all right. Let's put it that way. I've got fluid. May you shift and transform. May you shift and transform. Beautiful cards for you, Tammy. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, we did. We started at 8, Marie, but we're glad that you're here, love. All right, G. Covington is up next. Says that are you able to tap into past lives? I can do my best. G. Covington, do you want to ask your question? Put it into the chat and let's see what we get. And pull out a different deck for this. Whoops. Welcome, Tammy. I have, of course, my old baton uniform that I told you guys about, right? Everybody knows that. One day I will pull it out and show y'all. I also have a house coat of my mom's. And it's so crazy to me because I have this house coat. I can't fit into it. It's way too small for me. I had it in a protective bag, and it just seemed wrong to have it like that. I wanted to see it hanging in my closet, and I don't really understand why, but there you have it. And so, it just sits there. And every once in a while, I'll take it out and I'll, wash it and dry it. And I just sort of like smell it. And I'm hanging it back up in the closet, and I'm not quite sure what that's about, but there you have it. And of course, I have my wedding dress. So, G. Covington, if you're still here, hon, ask your question in the chat, and I'll try to throw some cards on it. I love that. I appreciate you all sharing what's in your closet, because I just think that that's awesome. So, G. Covington, can you put your actual specific question, like, what do you want to know about a past life? Do you have a particular question, or you just want to see what I can get on a past life? General answer, okay. Oh, I didn't even share this with you. I was thrilled to be asked by Nancy Jean to participate in her 9 candles. The first day starts on the 17th of September, and the 9 candles goes for 9 days, and I'm day 7, which would be like next Thursday, I think. So. Sorry, I apologize. One of my kitty cats. I'm not sure if somebody was just sick, or do you guys mind if I just get up for 1 second and may go let me go check on them? Only because I'm here by my lonesome. So sorry, I do apologize, you guys. Bear with me. Austin, are you okay, buddy? I apologize, friends. So sorry. Sick kitty alert. Okay, where were we? Hi, Craig. All right. My little kitty cat Charlotte apparently has had too many treats, or got herself into something, or whatever the case may be. Yes, we do. Our babies are everything. Okay, so I feel like I should have used a different deck for this. The Akashic Records Tarot. So I apologize, G. Covington. Sorry for the, There's Charlotte. You okay, baby girl? You alright, sweetheart? You want to come say hi? It's okay, it's okay. No. Come on. You want to sit in my lap? Sorry, friends. Do you want to come sit in my lap here? Oh, sweetheart. Here, come sit, mommy. Come on. Here, look, if mommy puts a blanket, you can come sit. You want to come sit? Come on. Come cuddles. Come cuddles. Come cuddles. Come cuddles. Come. Come on. Come cuddles. No. Okay. I'm going to use these for you, G. Covington, as opposed to the original deck that I pulled out. Because this is the Akashic Records Tarot, and this is exactly what this is meant for in terms of like past lifey kind of things. Okay, G. Covington. To move some of these cards out of the way because you gotta get a big spread going here. It's 3 on the bottom. No. Is it 3 on the bottom? How bad is it? Please hold while Kelly figures out what the heck she's doing. 4 on the bottom. Okay, so we start out with, and this is just so you know, there's a whole different system. Totally different system. So it may take a bit for us to get through this, but this is a great way to learn how to use this deck. So let us go to the right card here. Okay, so we start out with number 16. Okay, this is Caught in the Ruins. That's your first card. So upright, this card shows a dark or a difficult situation that seems to have you trapped. It could be a hurtful, empty relationship, an unhappy or unsatisfying job, or even a negative sort of belief system being forced upon you, or something that you have carried from your past. It has you held captive in terms of that outdated belief system, and basically what it's telling you is to not let the ruins of your past ruin your future, reminding you that you have the power to climb out of that and get past it. Bear with me. Now we move to... That's why I don't use this deck, because I don't know it, but we have the Two of Forces, which is the Willow. So this card indicates a time of calm, so enjoy the peaceful energy now. It also signifies a time of power, perfect for reinforcing your boundaries, or sorry, your foundation in the world, in your family, in your work, regarding spirit, and in the depth of your belief in yourself. So that's really interesting that those two cards are beside you, right? Now we move on to the Eight of Scrolls. The Eight of Scrolls. Where is the Scrolls? Eight of Scrolls. Okay, that is Paths Unknown. So this card reveals that you have been traveling on a path that is unknown to you. Or sorry, that's known, not unknown. That's known to you. It shows you the way to the expected outcome, but there are two other paths that aren't as clear. Remember that if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe path, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come up for you. So in other words, that, you know, necessarily taking the safe or the known path is not always the best choice. But we must navigate that as we see fit. So what it says here is don't be so attached to your agenda that you miss them. So you don't miss those opportunities. We have the One of Scrolls, which is on track. One of Scrolls on track. The One of Scrolls says that through travel or a move that may be coming up for you, it could be implying that like a shift in the direction that you think that you're supposed to be in. So that's interesting. So you've got Paths Unknown telling you that you're on this path, but there's two other paths that you may want to take. And now the next card says that you're on track. And while you're navigating that track, you may have new opportunities come up for you. So that's twice that you've had that. So that's interesting, right? Side. So this is interesting at G. Covington. It says, there is a direction that compels you, so get on board. You will not falter. If you're not as assured as you'd like to be, maybe you feel like the engine is smoking. In other words, like not actually moving anywhere. So what it's saying is take a chance, right? There's a special note with this card. Whether this card is upright or reversed, imagine yourself stepping back through the stone archway of the station and into the adjacent card, which is the Paths Unknown. This is the waiting room for your train, where you prepare for your journey. The information there can help you get on track. So I sort of feel like, based on the question that you asked, this is why I think that this is so fascinating. So you asked about what can I pick up on past lives. So far, this is taking us on a journey, a total journey, that there's a fork in the road and you're like, I don't know which way to go. So I feel like if you've experienced a lot of indecision or directions unknown or forks in the road or anything like that, that it's telling you that this is something that you've carried on from past life. This is something that you have dealt with previously. in terms of you've looked at something and went like, I don't know what to do. Is there a right answer? What should I do? There's no wrong choice. Even though most of us would disagree with that, there is no wrong choice, because along whatever path we navigate, we find and learn from the lessons on that path and then bring them forward to our next opportunity, right? There is no wrong path. It might not be the greatest path that you could have chosen, but we learn no matter what. The middle card that you have is the card that's really interesting here. It is the One of Roses, and that is the commitment card. And so let us read that, the One of Roses, wherever the roses may be in this book. There we have it. Okay. So this is the One of Roses, which is commitment. Okay. So let me go over here. Part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. So in other words, if you are committed to looking after yourself to the best of your ability, giving yourself lots of self-love, lots of self-care, looking after your mind, body, and your spirit type of thing, then other people will honor that as well. So, treat yourself as well as you want others to treat you, sort of idea, which I think is really interesting. Okay, here's where it gets really cool. So next to that, you have the Queen of Scrolls. And the Queen of Scrolls, where is the scrolls? I don't know why I can't ever find the scrolls. Queen of Scrolls, where is she? Scrolls. Okay. So the Queen of Scrolls. Okay. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind, whom you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway of a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way, or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper understanding or even love. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening your understanding and readiness to learn. It is the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit. How funny that I literally just said that. That's crazy. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. So this is no accident that you asked this question, and it's no accident that I pulled out this deck, and I would bet $5 that you probably were a teacher or a mentor, a spiritual consultant, you were a therapist, you were something in a former life. And I'm going to ask the pendulum that in a minute. So the Akashic Force says, this is like a little exercise that they give you here. Close your eyes and feel the Queen of Scrolls approach and hand you a scroll. Your greater mind awakens, and you can feel the sparking sort of brilliance start to take hold. So in other words, it's like having your own spiritual mentor, right? That she's going to literally hand you a scroll and sort of like pass the baton to you. I'm like totally sweating. I'm getting so hot saying this. I don't know why. but that's what I got. Okay, so last card is card number 20, which is Will, Wisdom, and Mind. That is a major arcana card in this deck. All right. So this card brings with it time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays or the energies are, the first three rays are the energies of the divine. Move within you equally, power and will, love and wisdom and intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. This is totally why you asked this question. With the participation of the masters, you can you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority or influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required for you and others around you. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in this world. I totally think that you were a spiritual teacher, mentor, guide, or something of that nature in a previous life. And I'm going to ask that right now. You got to throw the cards. So I appreciate everyone's patience while I went through that exercise. I need to get to know those cards a whole lot better, but it's a great deck because it's very in-depth. Sorry, my chair's stuck. All right, here we go. Okay, so was G. Covington a spiritual teacher or consultant in a past life? Was G. Covington a spiritual consultant or teacher or mentor in a past life? Yes. Was G. Covington a female spiritual consultant, teacher, or mentor in a former life? Yes. Was G. Covington a female spiritual consultant or mentor in the 1900s? No. That was a trick question. Was G. Covington a female spiritual consultant, teacher, or mentor in the 1800s? No. Was G. Covington a female spiritual consultant, teacher, or mentor in the 1700s? It's giving me the smallest yes. So now I have to get closer with the years. Was G. Covington a female spiritual consultant, teacher, or mentor in 1700 to 1750? Yes. So you were some sort of a spiritual consultant, teacher, mentor. You were a female between 1700 and 1750. That's what I got. And thank you, everyone, for your patience while we went through that exercise. I think that deck is totally cool. I need to work on it and get used to it. All right. Miss Sylvia has been so patient and waited to get her question answered, and I will get to you right now. They may have burned you at the stake. I don't think so. I don't feel like you were burned at the stake. I feel like you might have been running, though. Maybe that's why you had to consider the path so often, right? Maybe that's where you were traveling and trying to figure out which direction to go to. So you might have been like running from them or trying to stay one step in front of them. That's a complete possibility. Do you ever watch Nancy Jean G. Covington? You do. I've seen you there, right? Tune in the next time Nancy Jean does a past life and ask her, or ask one of the mediums if you were a spiritual consultant or, whatever in the 1700s. See what they can get for you. That's totally cool. I mean, does that make sense to you? That you were that was something that you did? All right, so Miss Sylvia, here we go. Message for Sylvia, please. Message for Sylvia. What does Sylvia need to know? Good night, Angela. Have a good evening. Thank you for being here. And I hope that the church choir was beautiful that you watched today. And thank you for sharing that with me. Beautiful. Oh, thanks, Jen. I really love Nancy Jean. I mean, she's just amazing, and I mean, she's just so knowledgeable about so many things, and I love spending time with her. Any opportunity that I get. Hi, MJ. All right, you guys ready for another question? Favorite TV couple? Favorite TV couple? What is your favorite TV couple that secretly you wish you were a part of? Or you could put, I mean, this is a question that I asked too. What TV family do you wish you were a part of? Let's do that one. What TV family do you wish you were a part of? Okay. Totally, MJ. Totally. All right, Sylvia, this is what I've got for you, love. We start out with the 5 of air. Okay, the 5 of air is about mistakes. I don't like that word. Melodrama, reassessment, right? That is literally like the adult chessboard, trying to, figure out which path, which direction. If I go here, then this might happen. If I go, like, you're almost like trying to outmaneuver yourself, if that makes sense. Next to that, we have the 3 of air, or the 3 of swords. This is sorrow. It's a time of healing. It's heartbreak. It's needing to forgive, or processing forgiveness towards another person or a situation, right? In terms of the you're actually in progress of that, right? In the middle of the deck, and I'll be honest, I had 2 cards fall out at the same time, and I don't know which one came out first, so this is how I put it together. We've got the Sun card. This is in the middle of the deck. This is the yes card of the tarot, and it's a beautiful, beautiful energy, right? It's success, it's recognition, it's enthusiasm. So again, I'm not sure if that is the one that came out or if this one came out. We have the Ace of Air. This is inspiration and communication. This is clarity. It's understanding. It's a new idea. It's sort of like your aha moment, right? It's that moment where everything sort of goes, ugh, that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's that moment, that kind of energy. Lastly, we have the Six of Water. This is nostalgia. So this is in your potential outcome. So either the hurt and the heartbreak is getting over something that happened in the past. So you have dealt with that now and you've put it where it needs to go by the point of this card. Or this is someone from your past coming back into your life. This is a time of like thinking back, not necessarily in a bad way though. You can literally be looking at your former self versus your future self or your present self, you know, sort of along the lines, if I only knew now what, or if I only knew then what I knew now, something of that nature, right? On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Water. They often say that this is the you know, crying over spilt milk card. This is one of those cards where you're focusing, I should have held that up longer, sorry. You're focusing on the 3 cups on the ground that have spilled out the contents rather than the 2 cups that are still on the table, right? And that's a sure sign that you might be feeling slightly overwhelmed. Maybe you've been working really, really hard, right? Your frustration level and your patience are low, your frustration are high. So then I pulled some more cards, and I've got the Kangaroo, which is courage. Okay. You are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth. That's what that is. It's having faith and standing in your truth. Right? We've got discovery. So this is the time when you do this processing, this process of the healing, that you are literally discovering new things about yourself and about your situation. You're discovering your coping mechanism. You're discovering your triggers, but you're also discovering who the people are that surround you, that support you, who the people are that love you, how to love yourself, how to turn off negative thinking, how to stop self-sabotaging, all of those things, right? You are in a discovery phase, which is lovely. The last card that I got here is professional assistance. Now, this is a term, a card that is meant for people that could teach you. So a faith leader, a therapist, a best friend, a co-worker, a spiritual consultant, as we were just talking about, someone that you may turn to that may be able to be like an impartial, unbiased sort of helper, if that makes sense. It could be me, like as a reader, right? It doesn't have to be an actual person, you know, that you go and visit on a regular basis. So what I'm picking up for this whole thing is that you have been processing something, you have been dealing with something, and you are getting through it. You are finding your mojo again. You're finding your enthusiasm. You're finding your switch to flip it and put it where it needs to be put, meaning behind you. If it happened in the past, it needs to stay in the past. And you're starting to understand and recognize that the present is where you want to be. And you're navigating yourself towards that moment, which is lovely. Let me know if that resonates. Let me know if that makes sense. Remember to have the courage that is required, because my goodness, working on ourselves is hard. Putting those past burdens and pains away and releasing them is very difficult. And I got diligence. It's going to take hard work, your diligence, and your courage. But the fact that you're here, the fact that you're in this community, the fact that you ask the questions means that you are ready, you're willing, you're able, and you're capable. And that is so much cause for celebration. So please know that we're all behind you. We're here to support you. We're here to encourage you and lift you up. And I wish you nothing but forward momentum from this point forward. Thank you, Sylvia. You're very kind. I wish you nothing but the best, my dear. All right. Thank everybody for their patience. Let me go to the next question here. Whoops, my mouse isn't moving. Excellent. All right, Catherine Bush is up next. She is our last question, and I think that will be the last question for the night. But I just want to go up here and see everybody's talking, and I have to know what everyone's saying. So I asked about what TV family you wanted to be a part of. We've got Bewitched. We've got Addams Family, the Connors. You know, it's really funny about that, Jen, is my sister used to say to me that if I ever got married, my family would be like the Connors, because she used to think that I was Roseanne. I don't know. I don't know if that was a nice thing or not, but that's what she used to say to me. So take a sip here. I love that Craig Dixon, Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham on Happy Days. I loved it. Mrs. C. The Robinsons with Reboot and all. The Jetsons, love the Jetsons. Bewitched. You know, I used to think my mother was bewitched because she had the same hairdo. I really did, honestly. Bewitched started in 1964, I believe, and I was born in 65, so I literally thought my mom was bewitched. The Addams Family, the Nelsons on Ozzie and Harriet. Oh, nice, MJ. That's cool. The Cleavers and Leave It to Beaver. Wanted to live in that house. Yeah. Unrealistic Brady Bunch. My Three Sons, yes. And Family Affair. Oh my gosh, I loved. What was that little girl's name? Jody? Was it Jody that with the Mrs. Beasley? The Partridge Family. The Family on Mama's Family from the Carol Burnett Show. Oh my God. Right? Did you guys ever see the episode where Tim Conway does the whole bit about the elephant, the Siamese elephants? Do you remember that? The Siamese twin elephants? Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Absolutely hysterical. Shelby, you wore new socks because Marcia did? Yeah. And Buffy and Jody, yeah. Buffy and Jody. The older sister was Sissy. You know, a family I wanted to be a part of. I wanted to be a part of It Is Enough. I really can't explain why, I just did. And I also wanted to be a part of Hazel's family. Hazel, Mr. Baxter. I thought Hazel was the bomb.com, so I wanted to be a part of that family. Do you guys remember Baxter, or the Baxters from Hazel? I love that show. The Waltons, yeah. Well, I mean, Hazel knew how to do everything. Did you ever see the episode where Hazel went to work at the department store during the Christmas holidays, and she got fired on the first day because she held the door open while this guy was stealing all the stuff from the store because she was trying to be a good employee and get noticed. Oh, really, Shelby? That's interesting. Yeah. Well, that brings me to my next question, because my next question is, the next question is, what would your dream job be? And I would think that most people wouldn't think that running a funeral home or having, or any sort of job within a funeral home would be a dream job. But really, when you think about it, what an amazing service that you are providing for families. I mean, it's necessary. It's needed. There's never going to be like a recession in that department. You know what I mean? Which, all right. So Catherine says, no, I don't mean that it's a dream job, but I'm saying if you are young and you are thinking about a job and you are able to do that type of work, able to handle that type of an environment, that it would be from a standpoint of if you were looking for a career that's never going to be outdated, right? If that makes sense. I could be totally wrong, right? Because I've never done it. Catherine, I'm going to get my... excuse me for 1 second while I reach across the table. Oh, my gosh. I need a bigger desk, and I don't know how I can get a bigger desk. Film director, hospice nurse. I think it would be cool to work on any kind of TV program, radio program, like in the producing, directing, editing kind of field. I don't think I could do it for like a day. You know what job I think would be cool, sort of in that realm, is a like an investigative reporter, someone that travels all around. But again, I'd want to do that for like a week and then I want to come home. I don't know if you guys heard me the other day, but I said the other day that my dream job, and I've actually said this in job interviews, is the person that gets to name the paint chips. That's what I would think would be my dream job. Do y'all know what I mean? When you go into the store and you pick out the color that you want to paint your house, and it's like, marshmallow white or something like that. I want to be the person that names those paint chips. I try to picture what their office would look like. Like, where do they get those names from? Do they go on like all these, exotic locations and get inspiration, like how we feel like writers do or something like that? You know what I mean? I don't know. Just seems like a cool job. Now that y'all thought I've lost my mind. Sylvia says interior decorator. I like that. Catherine, are you still here? We're going to ask your question here. So, Joe Biden did something great by avoiding a rail strike. Why isn't the news full of this? Joe Biden did something great by avoiding a rail strike. Why is the news not covering it? Why is the news not covering Joe Biden avoiding a rail strike? Honestly, you guys got like 29 cards that fell out here. That's not even an exaggeration. Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't say that you're wrong, Sherry. There seems to be a lot of weird things happening in the news lately. Okay, so we start out with the airplane. Okay, I use the deck of character. Following that, we have the rock. Then we have the desert. We have the weirdo. We have the tunnel. So those are the cards that I got out. And then all the rest of them sort of fell out in a big old clump. So based on those cards, right, what I feel like is that, and this may be going out on a bit of a stretch, but I don't know anything about what you're talking about because, you know, I'm like a poor old Canadian here, not paying attention to the U.S. politics. So I feel like it just wasn't big enough. It wasn't a big enough story. It wasn't a heavy enough story. It wasn't a story that they thought would capture enough people's attention or enough of an audience for them. That's what I feel. Like it was a boring story. It was a weird story. No one cares. It seemed like it was like floaty to them, right? Flaky, high, too over people's heads sort of idea. Is it possible that they don't know enough about it yet? That's the other thing that I'm thinking. Because the next cards that I got was Master. Then I got Key. Then I got Dancing Shoes. I got Bed. I got Fairy. I got Gold Mine. I got Fire. I got Fuel. I got the Grim Reaper. I got Gold Coins. I got Stereo. And so with these cards added to it, it's like they don't know enough to make it like clickbaity enough. There's, I don't know another term to use in terms of there's nothing tantalizing about this. There's nothing that they feel is worthy of more than like a 30-second commercial, which is gross. But yes, Marie, I agree with that. Hi, Bora Bora. As you can see, we're not in the backyard at the fire pit. Hi, sweetheart. How are you feeling? You feeling better, baby girl? You want to come say hi? Don't mess up my tablecloth, please, or start chewing on stuff. That's not. Yeah, it's not sexy. Yeah. I think that it doesn't have enough of what sells. It doesn't have enough clickbait power to it, which is really sad, you know, because any good positive steps in the right direction should be, you know, disclosed and talked about. I would think. Oh, really, Leroy? Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, that's what I got. Friends, we've been on here for 2 hours and 16 minutes, and I love the fact that there's still 25 of you watching. I love it. anyone else has a question, pop it in the chat. I'll do my best to answer it. I'll stay for a little while longer. Let's ask another question because that last one was great. Nobody really answered the job question. Oh, thanks, Jim. Appreciate you. Okay, so favorite snack food, your fast food, your junk food. Oh, sorry, Cal, Lizzie. Don't say that. I was just saying earlier that I recently discovered earlier today that smoky quartz, according to what I read, can help fight the addiction to nicotine. So I'm gonna get myself a giant, like the size of my head, smoky quartz if I can, to help with that. So that's lovely. Wow, you're still here, Sunflower Down Under. I love it. And I got that, G Covington. I'll try and ask. Oh, I was just saying, what is your favorite snack food? What's your favorite guilty pleasure, your favorite snack food? Good night, Julie. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for being here, hanging out with us. It was a pleasure to have you. I hope you have a good rest, and we, of course, send you blessings for sweet dreams. So, salt and vinegar chips. I love me some salt and vinegar chips. I haven't had them in a really, really long time. Doritos. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh no, the question before it. What's your dream job? Dream job. Vegan and don't eat junk or fast food, but love dark chocolate. Beautiful. Good for you. Hi, Linda. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Everyone likes the Doritos. Ben and Jerry's fish food. Chicken wings. Any messages from Samantha? She is a 12-year-old. Aw. I will do my best, MJ. Peanuts in Coca-Cola or Pepsi in a bottle. Absolutely. I'm all about, well, I mean, right? Hot wings. I'm doing really well, Linda. Thank you for asking. I'm a little tuckered out at this point, but I'm good. All right. So we've got let's oops, I started that. I didn't mean to start that. So let's take MJ's question first. And ask Dairy Queen soft serve ice cream. Yeah, ice cream cake from the Dairy Queen. That's what I have for my birthday. Oh my goodness, Julie. That is a sign. Do it, Shelby. Okay. Any messages from Samantha, a 12-year-old dog? All right. What does Samantha want to say to MJ? Oh, yes. Thank you, Joe, because I never remember to say that. Please do hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it, friends. Share with everybody. I'm trying to get my community board, and so the closer I can get to 500, I would appreciate it. I did not turn on my subscribers only mode tonight, which I normally do, just to keep us all as safe as I can. And last night I had it on, and people popped in the chat So they had to subscribe and then unsubscribe when they left. So that was lovely. Appreciate that. But yes, thumbs up is always appreciated. Yeah. Absolutely, Linda. It never hurts, MJ. It never hurts. Yeah, sure, Shelby. I got you, Linda. No problem, my love. Aw, this is the sweetest message. Okay. Two of Pentacles, we start out with MJ, so balance, right? I think that Samantha brought the comfort and the love and the companionship to you that you needed, and I think that you might have done the same for Samantha, and so your relationship was well balanced. I feel like Samantha is suggesting to you that you sort of have a plan that you need to go after, or not to sort of take a back seat in your own story. I think that Samantha is trying to encourage you to go after your dreams, right? Don't give up. Keep chasing the dream. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but that's what I've got. We've got the Knight of Wands here. So that's 2 knights that you've got. The Knight of Wands is letting your hair down, having a little bit of fun, being more spontaneous, sort of going to the beat of your own drum, if you will. It's a little bit more free-spirited. And so I feel like Samantha is suggesting that, it seems very much like it's a message of don't conform so much, just sort of do you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. That's inspirations, new beginnings, new ideas, planting the seed for new things to come. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Cups. So 3 knights. The Knight of Cups. This is about romance. It's about the idea of being in love. It's about that butterfly feeling when you meet someone that you're connected to in a romantic way. It is sort of that knight in shining armor sort of idea. And I feel like this is Samantha's way of saying that this is what you did for each other, right? Your commitment was strong. It was a solid, sort of balanced, as we got before, foundation. And there truly was an unbreakable bond, because right below that, I've got the Lover's card, right? You were total, mates. You were totally connected to each other's heart in a beautiful way. And I love that. And the last card that I got was the Chameleon, which is your soul tribe. And that message is, it is safe for you to be seen. So, I'm not sure. Are you thinking about getting another dog? You let me know, MJ, if you're thinking about getting another dog. Because I think that this is telling you that that's okay. If you're not thinking about getting another dog, this is just telling you, confirming for you these two cards here, which is going after your dreams and letting your hair down and having a little bit more fun, like being able to express yourself, which that makes sense about this card here, which is the being seen card, right? She is my world. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it seems like she is your world, but you are hers as well. I mean, like I said, on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Cups, which is all about wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's the idea of being in love, that whole butterfly kind of feeling. And then below that, you've got the Lover's card, which is a connection of the heart. It's soulmates, it's relationships and emotions. So you're definitely connected in a wonderful way. But I think she wants you to sort of be a little more free, a little more carefree, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Gypsy JJ. Appreciate you. All right. Hi, Lisa M. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Okay, so G. Covington asks, will it be a hard winter this year? Yeah. Will it be a hard winter this year? I don't know what we're going to get with that. Let's try these guys here. I'm so glad, Lisa, that you were able to do that. All right, friends, here we go. Using my new little deck that I got. Oh my gosh, Craig, I love those. I have a funny story about peanut butter and banana sandwiches, friends. And thank you for reminding me of that, Craig. So when I was in, like, I don't know, grade 5 or grade 6 or something, we had moved where I had to take a bus, and so I stayed for lunch. And I begged my mother to make me peanut butter and banana sandwich that I would carry in my lunchbox all day without a refrigerator, obviously. And she kept trying to tell me, no, honey, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. And I'm like, no, they're my favorite, Mommy. And so I would not listen. And so she made me my peanut butter and banana sandwich, and everybody kept complaining about the smell. And when I opened it up, and I wouldn't eat it because it looked all nasty inside. And I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter and banana sandwich since it turned me off that much. But I used to love them too. I mean, I'm following the conversation that you guys are all having about the oracle cards and stuff like that. And I am not in any way, this is just my personal opinion. I am like this with books too. I need to feel the book. I need to actually, feel the paper in my hands. I need to feel the deck of cards. Because to me, it's all about the feel of the cards. That's where I get, that's where I know what I'm doing. So I've seen all of those different apps that you can get on the phones or the iPads or whatever. I've also seen things where you can like download a thing where you can print them out, and I don't know that would work for me. Yeah, when they're fresh, right, Craig? Okay, what is, will it be a hard winter this year? So the first thing that you need to think about when you consider a deck of cards, an oracle deck, okay, is what is it that you want the oracle deck to be able to do for you? Do you want the oracle deck to be able to guide you? Do you want the oracle deck to tell you what, like, do you want the oracle deck to talk to you about crystals? Do you want it to talk to you about chakras? Do you want it to talk to you about past pains and hurts? Do you want it to talk to you about nature? Do you want it to talk to you about the sea? There are different parameters for different decks, right? And all of them speak to you in a different way. Do you want them to be about the moon? Do you want them to be about, flowers? Do you want them to be about herbs? Depending on what you want the deck for and what you are drawn to, will then depend on the messages that you get. And I think that if you're just starting out, either in a deck that's more like an affirmation, or a deck like this, where it's just one card, or not one card, sorry, beautiful images with one word, are great. But of course, it's dependent on the person, right? So we start out with this shine. Okay, may you be a lighthouse. So shining your light. Interestingly enough, I got illumination. And look at that, like 3 orange sort of colors, right? And this is fulfillment. So I think that we are going to have a winter that is going to be, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say warmer than normal. But somehow I think, and this seems crazy to me, but brighter. It's going to be sunnier more often than it's not. I think it's going to, like, our days are going to be even brighter. I can't really explain what I mean. I can't articulate it. I cannot find the words. Like here in Canada, when it snows and it's like -30 outside, but the sun is shining so bright that you're almost blinded by the snow. It feels very much like that. That's what I'm trying to articulate. I think we're going to have sunny, bright, days that are fulfilling in a way that make us feel like we're not missing the summer the minute that the snow falls, if that makes sense. I don't think it's going to be a long winter. I don't get that. I think that it's going to be more on the easy side, if that makes sense. I love the questions that you come up with, G. Covington. Thank you so much. Challenge me. I love it. Okay, so Linda says, could I get a card? Any card? Absolutely. Let's try here. Hi, Joan. You guys are still in a drought. Where are you, Cal Lizzie? Like, you don't have to tell me exactly where you are, but I missed what else you guys were saying about the decks. And I'm not being smart. I'm trying to help if I can. I've never printed one out either. Technically, I could and then put the printouts on some kind of card back, but I just buy decks. Actually, I should be getting one today. Yay. I mean, I just bought a blank deck of cards. They're not big, they're little. Like, so, like, you know, like the size of the deck of character. And they were like $12 Canadian, so they'd be like $8 American. I bought a set of permanent markers and I made my own. And I've got like 100 or more oracle cards. And I put all sorts of things on them. Angel numbers, months of the year, the emotional scale, just different things that I thought I needed. I would keep adding to them. I did one about jobs, careers, finance, relationships. I did one for sleeping. And I found it a great creative process, and I found them really accurate. Freakily accurate. Hi, Joan. Okay, so, California Coast. All right. Bear with me, Linda. I'm getting there, love. I'm getting there. I love the first print that came out. I'll give you a hint. It matches my top. The color. Yeah. I should use them more often, and I forget about them. Partially because they're sitting on a box that the camera that I use to do my dailies sits on, and so quite often I forget that it's there. But I should use them more often for sure. All right, my friend. Oh, I'm hot all of a sudden. Woo! Linda, you're making me hot. Okay, so we start out with, yes, you're right, Linda. You know I won't. We start out with stuck energy. This feels like, uncertainty, not really sure what the next move should be. Not what is the next move, but what should it be? Indecision. Could be caused by another person, perhaps somebody that you work with or someone in your family. You may feel like someone is being deceitful or trying to, cause trouble for no reason kind of vibe, right? We've got nothing will come of this situation. So nothing's going to come from it. But sometimes people will do what people need to do in terms of, they've got nothing else to deter them, so they just want to cause trouble. You know what I mean? We've got the vast universe. And I sort of feel like this is about understanding that you are never alone. That if you need assistance, all you need to do is just say, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, spirit teams, passed over loved ones, can you send me a message? I need help. Can you embrace me? Can you send me something in my dreams? Help me with guidance, like that kind of thing. So you're never really alone. You just have to be able to communicate with them that I need something from you, right? We've got focus. It's hard to focus. So you're stuck. Okay, so focus is really hard. Coming from someone who has anxiety panic disorder, I understand how difficult it is to concentrate when you have anxiety or you're anxious. Hi, Christy. How are you, love? When you don't feel like you're able to concentrate and you know that you have to focus to really buckle down and pay attention, it amps up fear and amps up anxiety. But please remember that avoiding a situation also amps up your anxiety and your stress at the same time. So it's very much a situation where you need to take a step back, right? Get very quiet with yourself. Allow yourself to breathe and know that you're safe and that you're not alone. You know, maybe that's when you ask for some clarification or some guidance from spirit. Maybe in meditation, maybe you're journaling, but just a quiet moment where you can have that exchange, where you tap into your inner knowing, because if you just get quiet, maybe something will come to you. In meditation, you may get a vision. Perhaps you'll draw it out. Perhaps you'll journal about it later. And when you get quiet and you have that moment, when you come out of it, what you need to do is break it down step by step. Okay, what is the thing? And even if there's 12 things going on, there's one thing that's got you over the barrel, right? Because you handled one thing, you handled two things, you handled three things. On the fourth thing, you went, okay, you know what? I just can't anymore. So there was something that felt like it put you over, right? So try to figure out what that thing is. And if you can figure out what that thing is, it might help to alleviate the stuck feeling. It's not going to take the overwhelming feeling away, but it's going to sort of help with the lessen the I don't know what to do, that kind of a feeling. It's going to enable you to focus a little bit better. And then when you can do that, now we have the card of sweetness. Okay. Sweetness is about embracing you, about loving you, about wrapping their the arms around you and giving you the giant hug that you're looking for. The telling you that everything's going to be okay, that you're all right, that you're going to be fine, everything's going to be okay. That's what the sweetness is about. And you need to do that for yourself. You need to cut yourself a break, cut yourself a little bit of slack. Understand that everybody goes through this. It happens to the best of people in the best of situations. And I know that you know that, but remind yourself of that. And this is what I want to suggest to you. Take your hand and put it over your heart. Okay? And just talk to yourself. I feel you. I love you. I'm with you. I'm embracing you. All of those kinds of things. You're literally self-soothing when you do that. When you put your hand or your hands over your heart and you tell yourself that you're going to be okay, that you love yourself, that you appreciate yourself, you're literally self-soothing. And that may not take the problem away, but it's certainly going to reduce the stuck feeling and the anxiousness about feeling stuck. And when you get rid of that feeling, that's when you can start to figure out how you move forward, if that makes sense. The last card I got is success, because once you start to love yourself up and boost up your enthusiasm and your encouragement and your motivation, you will then be able to move yourself forward. And you will find success, meaning that you will be unstuck. Right? Well, hello, Johnny. How are you this evening? And thank you for that. Hands carry energy to any and everywhere. So I hope that helps, Linda. I hope that helps. All right, friends, who is up next? Miss Shelby Lisa is up next with, I never thought about throwing cards for a dog, but my dog Stella is crazy, and maybe I can find out. Bora Bora says, a lot of packages are stolen here. Don't judge me unless you've been in my shoes. You're welcome, Linda. Lots of love to you, my friend. Believe me when I tell you, I understand. one of the things that happens to you when you have anxiety panic disorder or depression is that you really you can't focus. You can't concentrate to the point where, I mean, you know, I have had time off of work, doctor's orders, because I literally can't retain any information because my anxiety is that high. So when I say that, I speak from experience, and I only offer that to you in a way that is my personal experience. And one other thing that I would mention that might help is if you are really, really worried about something, you know, you've been worrying about things all day long kind of idea, before you go to bed, bring like a little notebook, preferably one that has a cover, or your journal or something of that nature. Sit yourself down just before you're ready to sleep and write down on the piece of paper what it was that you were worried about all day. I was worried about the dog. I was worried about money. I was worried about, you know, my neighbors, right? And sort of create a small list. Do not get into details, just point form what you were worried about. And then I want you to say, okay, I have worried about these things all day today. I have given you enough of my energy. Now, and then you close the book. I reclaim my power. It is my time now. Tomorrow's another day. You're sort of signaling your brain that you're turning off the negative. You're allowing yourself to lift your vibration ever so slightly in hopes that you can have a restful night's sleep. And if you do that sort of every day, you know, or every night before you go to sleep, you'll get yourself into a practice of literally saying to yourself, okay, you know what? You've stolen enough of my power today. I'm not doing this now. Now I need to rejuvenate because tomorrow I have to be ready to go. And that really does help. All right. So Shelby says, I never thought about throwing cards for a dog, but my dog Stella is crazy and maybe I can find out why. All right. All right. So we're ready for our next question. Our next question is favorite character from literature. So comic book, fairy tale, books that you have read. What is your favorite character from literature? Favorite character from literature. All right, Linda, that's a great idea to take a nice hot bubble bath. Get quiet in that bath and allow yourself just to clear your mind, love. I love it. Who's making cake? Oh, Johnny, what are you cooking? And how come you're not sharing it with us? I love Fred Flintstone, Joe. Love it. No, I mean, go for it. Fill up the chat, Cal Lizzie. Do your thing, man. I love it. All right. Stop. Thank you, Libra Lady. You're very kind. I do appreciate your support. Thank you. And yeah, CB T. So, so CBD. Is that like that's the oils, right? This is lovely, Shelby. This is lovely. And I literally feel like your dog is like testing you. I literally feel like your dog is testing you. Okay, just give me a couple of seconds. So, Libra lady, do you mean CBD, like cat, Bob, dog, or do you mean like cat, Bob, Tom? I think you mean CBD. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Lots of love to you, my friend. Many blessings. Thank you for popping in. That's so kind of you. Everybody, I'm not sure if you, I'm sure most of you know who Chrissy Footprint Tarot is. She's a wonderful reader. She's from Australia. She's just lovely. She does the most amazing different things on her channel. Do go show my friend some love, and as well as Tarot's Apprentice. Tarot's Apprentice is on, so Chrissy is on, I believe, Tuesdays and Sundays, and Johnny is on Sundays. He rotates between himself and House of Lenormand and Jen Lynn, and then he's on Monday through Thursday, I believe, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, CBD capsules. I've never tried all of those. Bye, Sunflower Down Under. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. I do appreciate it. Many blessings to you. Enjoy your lunch. Oh, this is so lovely. Okay, I believe that your dog is testing you, not because of you, but because of what he's been through, right? Or what she's been through, sorry. We've got the 10 of Wands, so it was just time to go. It was time to get out of that situation, literally packed the bags and left, right? Lock the door and never look back. So that's when, you know, he went to the or she went to the shelter or you know, some other sort of caregiving facility. We have the Justice card next. This is you coming into the dog's life, restoring the dog's equilibrium, karma, restoring its balance. It's, you know, I don't want to say being lawful, but returning the dog to the way that the dog deserves to be treated. So righting a wrong, as I often say when it comes to the scales of justice. I feel like the dog is resistant, but resilient. The dog's got some boundaries up because the dog's been hurt. Dog has, you know, the dog's love is unconditional, and it was taken advantage of. And so he's got to build up that trust with you and you with her, right? So Shelby, honestly, that's just awful. Poor wee thing. This is the High Priestess in the outcome. This is about a connection. Now, normally it's about your intuition, but it could be his gut instinct tells, sorry, I keep calling it a he and I apologize, but so her gut instinct in terms of your connection to each other will continue to grow as you continue to sort of spend time together. And I think in terms of the behavior that it may be doing, I feel like it's testing you. Like before I, you know, jump all over you and lick your face like crazy, I want to make sure that you're not going to like kick me out just when I get comfortable. You know what I mean? On the bottom of the deck, I've got the Six of Wands. This is success. It's victory. It's being seen. It's being recognized. It's your self-esteem. So the dog is on a total journey with you. And by you loving it the way that you are literally molding it into a place where the dog is going to feel safe, and it's okay for it to be seen as it is instead of having to be something that it isn't. I've got passion, and I've got ladybird, which is luck. And that message is all of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. So I feel like the dog wants this. He's inspired by it. He's encouraged by it, but he's still scared. He's still got his boundaries, or she, sorry, I apologize. She has still got her boundaries up. So she's a little resistant. I want to encourage you, and I'm sure that you know all the things to do, but something that I learned in terms of my personal anxiety was to sit with the pets, and just that very tactile exercise of petting, and wherever their sweet spot is, between the ears, wherever that is, to just keep petting them for like 5 or 10 minutes and talking really quietly and just constantly saying, I love you. I appreciate you. I trust you. I'm so glad you're here, that kind of thing. And you do that as a daily exercise for about 5 to 10 minutes every day. And the animal really starts to look forward to that. And you don't realize how much you're getting from that exercise of love to the dog, because it's actually coming back to you almost 3 times as strong as what the dog's getting it. So you can also try rubbing your hands together, right? And sort of getting your hands warmed up. And then you put your hands on the dog in certain spots and you just sort of talk to the dog. It's almost like giving it energy or giving it Reiki. And you just put your hands on the dog and sort of work down the dog's body and keep telling it that you love it, getting the dog used to your touch and your embrace and understanding not to be afraid of it. Which I'm sure that you touch it and stuff, but I'm just saying that's another exercise that you can do. I hope that helps, my dear. And of course, we wish thank you. We wish your sweet puppy lots of. Listen, can I tell you, friends, what my kitty cats did? Speaking of, because everyone thinks that cats are like so docile and all they do is sleep. Okay, so had the farm, all the produce has been harvested, and we bought ourselves a basket of those little white potatoes. They were on the counter. And the cats, I came out the other day and there was like 5 or 6 potatoes all over the countertop in the kitchen. And I was like, okay, somebody was on the counter. And then I came out and I was like, because I went to make my cup of tea in the morning. And so I put the kettle on and then I came out to the living room and I was sitting there, kind of saying hi to the cats and goofing around with them. And I could hear banging down the hall kind of thing, or on the other side of the room. And anyways, they had like 3 or 4 potatoes that they had taken into the living room and were shooting around like hockey pucks. That's just gross, right? So who knows, right? They do goofy things, but oh, she loves to have her paws touched. Most dogs do not like that. Do you know what? That's a sign that they trust you. It's also a sign if they trust you. Well, more so for cats than it is for dogs. But if cats allow you to touch their stomach, that means that they trust you. Right? They are, Joe. That's so funny that you said that. PEI potatoes. We do that during finals week. The university brings in therapy dogs for the students to pet and play with to help them de-stress before they take final exam. Cool. Oh, shall we? Okay. All right, my friends. Do we have any other questions? I hope I haven't missed anybody. I think I've got everybody right, because we've literally been on for 3 hours and 1 minute. My goodness, 20 people in the chat. You guys are phenomenal. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button for me. Make sure that you like and share and subscribe and do all those good things that we're supposed to do. All those YouTube things that help the channels. Don't forget that coming up on Sunday, at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm back here with Sun Psychic Jean. We're doing some cards and mediumship readings. And then what else is going on? Monday. Where am I Monday? Monday is Circle of Friends Tarot at 3 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I am on with Allie and Thayer, who is another medium, but she's going to be doing color readings with us. And then on Wednesday, I'll be back here at 9 p.m. Eastern with Anna Banana, and we'll be doing some fall equinox readings. Shelby, you're very kind. That is in the description box below my video. And there is a link there that says if you want to support the channel, what to do. And I thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Jen. I'm so glad that everyone had a good time. But have they really given the Gators a good try, Sherry? Oh my God. Are we talking about the Gator story? Libra Lady says, one of my formerly feral cats gradually was getting used to me. I put food out and would sit outside and reach her. She is now an indoor sweet and loving cat. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they will come around. What do you guys call? You call them yard dogs or something in Louisiana, do you not, Sherry? Yeah, Sherry won a battle with an alligator. She was involved in a tug of war with an alligator because the alligator tried to steal her purse, and she won. So in other words, watch it. What are you doing, bud? You want to come say hi, Quince? Come say hi to everybody. Come on, baby. Up. Come on. Up, Quincy, up. Come on. Here. Up. Come on. Come on. Do you want to come for this? Come on. No. No, he's just sitting there going, are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Okay, honey. Yeah, I don't. What do you say to that, Sherry? I don't know about that. Your kitty is the sweetest princess girl. I love it. Yeah, so please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. Lots of good things going on at Dozen Cats. Don't forget that. Go to the wellness reading that will be up on Sunday. You have till about 2 p.m. Eastern time to leave a comment under that video and put in 1111 after your comment to be entered into the contest for me to give away 4 free 30-minute reads. I will choose them live on the air Sunday at 3 p.m. And then, of course, I will put it in the description box below that video. And that was something that I promised to do if I got to 400 subscribers, which I have passed just a couple of days ago. And I'm so appreciative of all of the support. And now we're on our path to 500. Can you believe it, friends? It would not have happened without all of you. So thank you so very much for all of your continued support. The weekend readings will be up and out shortly. And yes, this is Quincy. Quincy. What are you doing? Oh, it's such a pretty boy. Yes. Are you talking to Mommy? Are you talking to me? Shelby Lisa says, I am 4th or 5th generation in my family that reads tarot and nobody knows, but you guys, thank God for this community for making it accessible. Awesome. Absolutely. So let's say that for all of the new people that popped in that don't know about this, hang in there for a second because I'm going to play this little video for y'all. Hang in there. Ready? Here we go. So, that video is about to drop from all of our channels, all the people that you saw there, at midnight. So this was a little bit of an exclusive. We are calling ourselves Raising the Vibe Tribe, and together we will join forces and try to do our darndest to assist in lifting the vibration for the collective. And we will be here on Dozen Cats on Saturday, October the 1st at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And of course, you guys, the thing will come out and you'll be able to see it. So look for the hashtag Raising the Vibe Tribe. And hopefully you'll be able to find us. Hopefully you will join us, and hopefully you will enjoy it. That is the goal at this moment. So we're very excited. We're looking forward to it. Listen, you pay me, I'll make your videos, honey. Not a problem. Oh, thank you, Cal Lizzie. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. And thank you, Bora Bora and Joan B. Appreciate it. I'm excited, and we're all looking forward to it. It's easy to work together and to support each other when you have great people to work with. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Shelby. Appreciate you. That's it. I'm going into the video making business. Look out, Blockbuster. Here comes Dozen Cats. I'm kidding. You heard it here first, folks. For entertainment purposes only, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that whatsoever. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's a great way to get my creative juices flowing. And every morning I have a little pattern sort of thing that I'm doing now, where I get my tea and I sit here and I play in Canva, and gosh knows what I might create. You never know. And I just really enjoy it. It's like I said, it's a great way to sort of get my creative juices flowing. All right, Sherry, have a good night, my love. I will see you soon. Everybody have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's 11:11 Eastern Time. Thank you, Mommy. I love you and I miss you. And oh my goodness, the amount of confirmations that my mama has sent me this week alone has been nothing short of amazing. And honestly, I feel like she's right here with me. So thank you, Mommy. Mwah! I love you. I want to say goodnight to everybody. Many, many blessings. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to check out the weekend reading on the channel. Sunday will be the wellness reading that used to come out on Wednesdays, is now going to come out on Sundays, so people don't miss it. If you want to enter the contest for a free 30-minute reading, leave a comment under the wellness reading on Sunday, and make sure that you put 11:11 after it, and I will enter you in that contest, and I will pull the names for the 4 free readings live on the air on Sunday at 3 p.m. when I am doing my live with Sun Psychic Jean, and then of course I'll put them under that video as well. I thought about doing YouTube videos, but I can't put makeup on to do so. Laugh out loud. I would probably do Halloween haunts over tarot readings because I'm better at it. That's cool. Thanks, Cal Lizzie. Have a good night. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And don't forget about the contest, like I said. And next Wednesday, I will be back live here at Dozen Cats again with Anna Banana doing fall equinox readings. So make sure that your notification bell is checked off so you don't miss whenever I upload a new video. And I love you guys lots, and I appreciate all your support so very much. So I will say goodnight, and I wish you many blessings and a great weekend. Bye, everybody.